The 2-1. Hit sharply, past the diving Bohm, and it kicks against the sidewall. Schwarber plays it and holds the runners. Nice play by Schwarber, holding Pujols to a single. Served into right center field. It is a base hit. Dickerson will go to third, and the Cardinals are still alive.
Hey everyone, my name's Shane and I'm a big baseball fan. What a wild card weekend it was. Unfortunately, we will not see Yadi Molina and Albert Pujols continue on their journey, but it won't be long. We'll be seeing those two players in Cooperstown. Until then, though, we've got to go through our 3 ups and our 3 downs for the wild card series in Major League Baseball. Let's go. Our first up for our wild card series has to be the series between the Cleveland Guardians and the Tampa Bay Rays. What an edge-your-seat thriller both of those games was. Shane Bieber absolutely dominant in Game 1 for the Guardians. Jose Ramirez doing what he does and putting the offense on his back and giving the Guardians just enough offense for them to take down Game 1. And then the pitching in Game 2. 14 innings on both sides scoreless. Absolutely fantastic. Tristan McKenzie and Tyler Glasnow, who started that game, unbelievable. Just strikeout after strikeout. What an exciting game. What an exciting series. This is what wild card baseball is all about. And the biggest thing, the Cleveland Guardian fans who weathered every single inning in the cold. What an absolute treat it was to see them still up in the 13th, 14th, and then the 15th inning to see Oscar Gonzalez hit that walk-off home run to send the Guardians into the division series. Now they get their chance at the big bad Yankees. I think that's going to be fantastic for these baby Guardians, one of the youngest teams in playoff history. Are they going to crumble in Yankee Stadium, or are they going to rise to the occasion? Well, that pitching, you have to believe they've got a chance. Cal Quantrill still is ready to go. Aaron Savali probably after that. Shane Bieber, Tristan McKenzie. Wow, the Guardians have a serious chance of knocking off the Yankees. Hats off to the Rays, though. Their pitching staff in particular was absolutely fantastic. Their big issue was they got pull happy in the series. They got pitched away. And it was just ground ball after ground ball. What an absolute fantastic series, though. This is what wild card baseball is all about. I'm sure Major League Baseball will use this as a real picture of a game that they want to see more of in the playoffs in the future to come. So for this series, it's an up to the Rays and Guardians. Our first down for the wild card series, the Toronto Blue Jays bullpen and management of said bullpen. Absolutely atrocious. 8-1. You're up 8-1 in the 6th inning. You've got Kevin Gausman rolling. Yes, he's got the bases loaded, but there's 2 outs, and you take Gausman out of the game. You cannot do that. Tim Meza comes in, and you could tell right from pitch 1 that he was not ready. Way over the head of Danny Jansen the first pitch. Then he's giving up the home run, the 3-run shot to Carlos Santana. The Mariners were dead and buried in Game 2. This should have been going to 3 games. Absolute mistake to take Gausman out. He doesn't give up home runs. Even if he gives up a single, you're only giving up 2 runs there. You cannot take Gausman out of the game there. And more importantly, Adam Simber, the best and most consistent reliever for the Toronto Blue Jays, not named Jordan Romano this year, was not used with a lead. Adam Simber pitched twice in the series. Once it was 4-0 in Game 1, and not until it was 10-9 in Game 2. That cannot happen. Simber had to be used earlier. Jimmy Garcia was only used for 2 outs. You're relying on guys that just aren't pitching well this year. Meza did not pitch well in September. Anthony Bass was lit up in September. You have to go to Jimmy Garcia and Adam Simber earlier for more outs. Absolute mistake by John Schneider. And then the defense cost them. And a lot of people are saying this because of the injury, they're not talking about this. But George Springer made a mistake on the ball where he was injured on. He has to lay up there. He has to pick that ball up on 1 hop. It only scores 2 runs in that instant, not 3. The headlong dive that was not necessary. He was never getting that ball, was a mistake. He has to lay up, play that ball in the hop. It only scores 2 runs. You still have a 1-run lead. You still have Romano in the game with a chance to hold that lead with 2 outs. Big mistake with the defense there. But overall, just an absolute colossal failure by the Toronto Blue Jays. They get a down for this wild card series. Our second up for the wild card series has to be San Diego Padres pitcher Joe Musgrove. Must win game 3. Joe Musgrove takes the ball, goes out there and absolutely dominates the New York Mets. 7 innings, 1 hit, perfect through 5. What an absolute masterclass from Joe Musgrove. He had the Mets swinging in air all night. Absolutely dominant. He took the ball in a big situation. I thought he should have been the game 1 or even game 2 starter, but to lock it down for the Padres in game 3, absolutely dominant. You have to give a big up to Padres starter Joe Musgrove. And this is going to really lead into a fantastic series with the Dodgers. The Padres have the starting pitching to compete with the Dodgers. They have to hit better. They didn't hit particularly well. They strung some hits together, especially the bottom of the lineup. So that bottom of the lineup should be getting an up as well. Ha-Sung Kim, Trent Grisham really found the bat. Austin Nola came through with a big hit. Very impressive from the bottom of the order. But the pitching was the standout. Joe Musgrove, massive up from 3 up, 3 down. Our second down for the wild card series has to be St. Louis Cardinals manager Oliver Marmol. Big mistake in game 1 with a 2-0 lead and 1 out in the top of the 8th. Marmol came out and took out his second best reliever, Giovanni Gallegos, after only a minimum amount of batters. Absolute mistake. He then had to rely on closer Ryan Helsley to get 5 outs, not known for doing so. Helsley also was hit in the hand by a comebacker late in the game in October against the Pirates in the last game of the regular season. There was no guarantee about his health, and it really showed in the 9th inning. He had no grip on the ball. He was all over the place. Mistake by Marmol, not having anybody ready behind him, for using Gallegos up too fast. You couldn't guarantee the health of Helsley. You had to have a backup plan there. The backup plan should have been extending Gallegos or having Jack Flaherty ready in the bullpen. He opted for the rookie. It didn't work out. This was just a bad scene for the Cardinals all around. They needed that extra backup plan in the bullpen. Helsley, they couldn't guarantee the health. Just a mistake in trying to rely on Helsley for 5 outs. Just was an absolute mistake. So it's a down for Cardinals bullpen decision making. Our final up for the wild card series. I can't believe I'm saying this. I watched a ton of baseball this weekend. I saw a lot of every game. It's an up for the umpires. The Major League umpires were actually this weekend very good in the wild card series. There was no real contentious call that anybody's blowing up at. I thought the strike zones were very good, very consistent in the games I watched. It's a massive up for Major League Baseball's umpires. Hard to believe. I know it's coming from me, but they were very good, and I hope this can continue through the division series into this ALCS, NLCS, and wild card. I'm still not a big fan of the 2 umpires down the lines, on the left field and right field line, but Major League Baseball wants to keep them there. That's their prerogative. But the Major League umpires were so good this weekend. I thought it was very impressive. The only thing I don't love was the Mets being able to call out Joe Musgrove for checking behind the ear for any type of grip or substance there. I didn't love them trying to break the groove that way. I didn't think the umpire should have allowed it. They should have checked in between innings instead of during the inning. But outside of that, I thought it was very good. Hopefully there's no more of that shenanigans between teams and checking pitchers. If there is, Major League Baseball is going to have to step in with something. But I was very impressed. Umpires, you get an up. Our final down from the wild card series. I don't know, my friends down in the United States who've been watching this channel, please comment down below. But I don't get Alex Rodriguez as a color commentator on these games. He's atrocious. I can't believe you guys have to listen to him on all these Sunday Night Baseball broadcasts and such. The fact that you got Michael Kay and Alex Rodriguez. Michael Kay is the standard announcer for the New York Yankees during the year, and have Alex Rodriguez as color man during the St. Louis-Philadelphia series? That really didn't make any sense. And Rodriguez has had no chemistry with Kay. Kay almost sounded like Vin Scully having to run a one-man booth. Rodriguez couldn't offer any insights. You'd think a guy who played that long would be able to offer a little bit something more. But it was just atrocious to listen to. No chemistry. Alex Rodriguez, you get a massive down as a color commentator. Comment down below if you disagree with me, but I'm not used to this type of broadcast, and it was not fun to listen to. It was really taking away from the game for me. hopefully ESPN, TBS, whoever's running the States broadcast down there can do a better job. For me, down for the Wild Card Series. Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of another video. If you have not checked out my playoff primer video, you can check it out here. If you haven't checked out my wild card and division series predictions, you can check them out right here. Make sure you hit that big red subscribe button down below here. We're on our way to 50 subscribers. We're just 4 away, people. Give me that subscribe button. As you can see, we need a brand new studio because the cat is trashing it. We're just 4 away from that big goal of 50 by the end of the Major League season. So please help me out and hit that big red subscribe button. More than 75% of the people who watch this channel are not subscribed. Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, take care, everyone.